So this video we will create a drill down report. So for that we will use the Query Studio. Because Query Studio, it's easier to create a dynamic drill down report. So let's choose our package test1. So it's loading, it's taking some time. Okay, so looks like it has loaded. So in a query wizard you have your tool, and then you have on the left side you have all your data model items. So now let's see. So somehow our dimension hasn't shown up, and the reason being is that we did not publish our package. So remember, every time you change the model you have to publish your package. So let's republish our package, and then you just select all the default options. It says that you want to overwrite your existing package. You say yes. So just done publishing. So that's just a report. Okay, so now let's see if it shows here. Now sometimes I have seen is that if you republish your package after opening the query tool or report studio, it doesn't refresh the package, refresh this info even if you refresh the package. So let's see if we can so I'm trying to see if we can refresh the left side so that we can get the latest. So it looks like we haven't got it yet. So let's just close it and relaunch it. So we have relaunched it, and now we are seeing all the latest additions to our model. So now, since you haven't seen the query studio before, so this is another tool to create quick reports. So let's first drag our let's first select an report type. So if you want to create a report with drill downs, so you either have to select a crosstab report, which is so these are the different types of reports. So you have to select which report you want to create. So pivot, create crosstab reports, or group. So either these two you have to select. So let's select group. Okay, so first we have to, it says that you have to select at least one element. So let's drop now our first. Okay, so it has put the element. So this is pretty much drag and drop. And then you select that element, and okay, so now it has selected. Now let's put a cells amount. Okay, so now let's try to run the report. So select the play. So what we did is we drag our hierarchical dimension, which basically has the drill down, as you see here, it has all locations with a link. So if you now run the report, you would like to see the there is a drill down with all locations, and then how the sell amount changes depending on what level it is at. Okay, so we just now ran the report. So this is our first page. So what it is saying is that for all locations together, that this is the sale amount. So here all locations means, remember, our first level was country. So what this is saying is that all countries together, this is the sale amount. So in our case, we had only US and Canada. So here, as you see, Canada and US. So Canada is nothing, so that's why you have blank, and you have US as 0. Now, as you see, we are having a dynamic drill down here. See, I haven't entered any formula or anything here. It's all being driven by the default implementation. So meaning when you create a hierarchical dimension, just like the way we did, and we drag into a report, it automatically builds the tree. So now, as you see, we click on USA, and then it builds 3 regions, and it gives the sales region breakup. So now it click on Southwest. Now see, it's showing 2 agents for the Southwest with individual ID. Now on top of this, you can put a chart here. So, or maybe that chart we can create in Report Studio. So let's say now we have created this basic structure of a report. So you can save it, and you can open this report within Report Studio and then tune it further. So sometimes for drill down reports, especially, I have seen you are better off creating the report within first Query Studio. So create the basics report, and then add or enhance it within the Report Studio. So just to recap, create first in Query Studio, open it in, save it, and then open it in Report Studio. So let's open in Report Studio. So let's launch the. So we are launching the Report Studio, and we want to use we want to open that saved report from Query Studio, and we'll probably add a chart or enhance the title of the report and add other things. So we say open an existing report, and then we say drill down report. See, this is the what we saved, because our package name is test1, so it saves in test1 under test1 package. So here we have our report. So now here you can add a title, or I think you have double click here. So, and then here you can add different things. So for example, if you want to add a space, so we have added a little space here, and then let's now add a chart here. So you can add a chart, or you can add other controls. So I'm not going to go over that again, because you probably know how to do a chart. But one thing is interesting is that as you change the data, the chart also get updated. So maybe you may want to see it how it happens. So let's add a chart here. So let's select this one. Okay, and then again, if you remember, we have to associate it with a query. So I think looks like it has already associated itself with change the query. If you remember from our past lessons, we have to associate the chart with a query, because Cognos by default creates a new query which has nothing pretty much. So you have to associate with the existing query and then save it first. Let's say drill down report 1. So I'm just giving a different name. And then after that you can follow the different the same methods which you learned about chart creation.